Hey boys and girls, and welcome back. Today we are going to create an Arctic polar bear. This video will guide you through the steps of drawing your polar bear, and check back in for part 2 when we add our color. Hey boys and girls, Happy New Year and welcome back. So for today's lesson, we are kind of sticking to our winter theme, and we are going to be creating a beautiful polar bear. Now we're going to be using violets, blues, purples to create this beautiful night sky. And to draw our polar bear, we're just going to use some very simple shapes. So have your paper ready and let's get started. So for the shape of our polar bear, we're going to be using, to start off with, is a nice big circle, and that's going to be for our face. So go ahead and find the middle of your paper, and what you want to do with a pencil first, of course, I'm going to use an oil pastel just so you can see it. You're going to draw a nice big circle, filling up most of your paper just like that. You want it about the size of a paper plate. That would probably work best. Now for the ears, I'm going to use upside down letter U shape. So one ear here, one ear here. Make them nice and big, so don't make them too small. Inside the ears, you can add some detail. Maybe even put a smaller letter U shape in. Now, if you want and if you have extra time, it would be a great idea to erase this line right here and kind of open that up. Our mouth is going to be next, and we're going to be using an oval shape at the bottom of our large circle. So you want to find about the middle, and you're going to draw a nice big oval shape that touches the bottom and curves back up, just like that. And that's going to be this area here. Once you're done, we're going to add our nose in next. So all you have to do is jump down to the bottom, draw a little line that goes up, and then we're going to add a letter Y shape to that. So for a second, it's going to look like the letter Y. And then if it does, you're just going to go across. And of course, you can kind of fill that in later. Now for the eyes, you can do whatever you want. Your eyes can be shut, they can be open. It's totally up to you. Circle, oval, whatever shape you want to use. I want my polar bear to be looking up at the starry sky. So I'm going to start off with a sad face. It's going to look happy for a second. And then a happy face right underneath, connecting those two lines together. I'm going to add a smaller circle inside, kind of gazing up. So 1, 2, and we have our bear's head done. So our next step is the body. Your body is going to start at the middle of your circle and connect down to the bottom. So I'm starting here, and I'm going down. Jumping over to that side, starting here, and going down. If you want, you can even add some paws in by using letter U shapes. So any extra details you want to add, go for it. I'm going to add kind of those lines in on the side. So one line here, one line here, maybe a couple lines inside. And I'm going to add my trees next. And trees are very simple. All you have to do in your background is draw a line that goes straight up to the sky, turn it into an arrow shape, and then continue drawing those upside down letter V's going down. Please make sure those lines do not get inside of your bear. We want to kind of keep them behind it. Same thing on this side. Line going up, turn it into an arrow, and then keep on going down. If you want to add a moon in, that would be great too. I always do it backwards, letter C, and then go over and back, just like that. You can add swirls in your sky, so if you want to create some movement in your sky, all you have to do is start at one side and go ahead and draw some nice swirly lines. Make sure they're kind of staying in one direction. And that would create some really nice movement that would kind of be showing through behind your paint. Some other lines that you can erase is this line here, and that kind of opens it up. And don't forget this line here, you can erase those as well to kind of open it up so it doesn't look like a bunch of shapes stuck together. Now, a couple things I'm going to fill in is I'm filling in the nose. Leave a little bit of white to make it look like it's shiny. I'm going to fill in those eyes. Again, leave a little bit of white to make it look like it's shiny. Now, if you have an oil pastel, the great thing is you can take your pointer finger and you can blend and create shading, create depth. And it's definitely going to give this a much more realistic look. Just like that. And just keep on going. Now, join me for the next part of this lesson for when we add in our color. And you don't need a ton of colors, you just need blues, purples. If you have an oil pastel, great, but if not, anything you have would work. A Sharpie, a marker for outlining. So I will see you guys next time. I hope you had fun with the first part of this lesson, and join me for part 2 next. Bye. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to check back for part 2 of this lesson, adding in your color.